Alright guys, video 9, we're going to be talking about natural induction methods. Now, as we've talked about in a previous video, the hormones that start labor are actually inside your baby's lungs. Remember, as they grow and develop, when they reach that stage of perfect lungs, they release that hormone into your uterus, which acts as an irritant and causes contractions. Now, this does not mean that every time labor starts is because that hormone has been released. And it does not mean that if you have to be induced or if you go into labor before your baby's lungs are absolutely in perfect condition, that means their lungs will never be in perfect condition. That being said, labor usually goes better when it begins on its own. So we do everything we can to try to make that ideal scenario. And sometimes we don't work within an ideal scenario and we just do our best. Ultimately, my biggest thing is that as long as you are made to feel empowered, you're made to feel like you have the choices that you automatically should have, then that's a good birth outcome. And obviously, but we're going to go into more detail about that later. Right now we're talking about when you are past the 36-week mark and you're ready to start gently encouraging your body to prepare and get ready for labor. And I understand that sometimes after you reach that 40-week mark and you start feeling pressure from your providers to deliver by a certain time, and honestly, you're tired, you're ready to be done with the whole process and ready to meet that baby. These natural induction methods are not guaranteed to start your labor, but sometimes feeling like you're doing something to hopefully bring labor helps you buy the time while you wait. There's no solid evidence whether or not any of these are to start labor, but it's worth a shot. Now, I'm not going to go over each option because I have them laid down in the section below and with some detail on whether or not they're considered safe and effective and stuff like that. But right now I just want to talk to you about two things to get your body ready for labor. Oxytocin is the biggest contributor when it comes to labor. And so anything you can find to do to release oxytocin is likely to help your body at least prepare for labor and hopefully help bring about labor when you are fully ready. And when your baby's fully ready. So oxytocin is released when we relax, when we feel happy, when we laugh, when we are sexually stimulated, when we are breastfeeding our babies, when you are preparing for that baby to come. Helping your body produce high levels of oxytocin is going to be your best bet for having a happier pregnancy, a happier labor, and a happier birth. And hopefully help bring about those things before you get, to 2 weeks past your due date. Always discuss with your care provider before you try any induction methods, and definitely don't actively try to go into labor before 36 weeks. Really don't actively try to go into labor before 40 weeks, preferably. Remember that your baby knows when it needs to come. Your body knows when to deliver that baby. Just give yourself some time and some grace, and it's a good opportunity, especially after you go over the 40-week mark, to get some rest and relaxation and preferably some pampering from your family members. So that's all I have for you guys. Check out the section below for more details.